I've just got back from watching Ghost Stories, meeting up with some friends. Um, okay, off the bat, Ghost Stories is amazing. It's fabulous. It's everything you'd want theatre to be. You know, if you can catch it, if you've got a chance to catch it, go for it. You know, it's been extended to May the 18th, so it's a little bit extra time. It's not a lot of extra time, but hopefully it might go on tour. I do reckon it might do because it's been doing really well. Our performance wasn't sold out, unfortunately, but I don't know, it should have been sold out. It's an outstanding performance. You get asked to keep the secrets of the show secret, so I won't talk about the show in general. Well, like what happens, obviously. I mean, if you've seen the film, you will have a generalized idea of what happens in the film, what the story is, what the plot is. If you've never seen the film, I'm not going to ruin it or spoil it for you. If I were you, if you've not seen the film, watch the show first. If you have a chance, watch the show first, and then watch the film. Not the film. Yeah, then watch the film. Absolutely great film. Love the film itself. And I love the show even more because it doesn't have everything that goes on in the film. However, it takes out some of the things from the film in the show and replaces it with different elements. And it also conveys what happens in the film differently, and you kind of feel like you're there. And, you know, even though it's all the same scares and the same jump scares, you know, it's different. You actually feel more immersed within the show because it's an experience. It's such an experienced show. It's one of those things where you've got to be there to feel it. There's a lot of sensory things that go on. There's a lot of cinematographic audio, like surround sound audio. At one point, a scent pod is released. I don't know if that's spoilerish or not, but if you've got sensory issues, then that's something to prepare yourself for. It is very loud at points, especially at the start and at the end. And the loudness, it's like a very loud, I don't know if this counts as a spoiler, but loud screaming sound for a good 5-6 seconds, and it just makes you feel uncomfortable. If you've got sensory issues, or if you're autistic or anything along those lines, it will make you feel really uncomfortable. Like, the jump scare is the jump scare, and the noise is so booming and has a lot of vibrations to it. It's very, if you've got, you know, if you're very vibration sensitive, I really felt that passing through me. I felt the sound really passing through me. The show's a really good show. Like, actors wise, they're very good, very classical, brilliant actors. They're very talented for, you know, not being so-called famous, so to speak. And, you know, it's a show that they don't use mics in, and I'm really impressed because there isn't a lot of West End or just London shows as a general that are not with mics. You know, it's really nice to see actual actors using their voices for once. That's really impressive. You know, I went in with really, really high hopes for the show, and the show has beaten all of them. There's been a lot of hype for Ghost Stories, and with good reason. I've been unknowingly a fan of Andy Nyman's work for a very, very long time, and I've been a fan of Jeremy Dyson and his work for the past 3-4 years too. So I had a lot of very, very high expectations for the show and for their work and their writing. I've got the script the script was ordered on Monday. It's coming soon, so that should be here. It'd be very nice, good read. To see how it's all done. You know, like the lighting, the effects, everything that happens. I can't wait to sit and read that as a script. I couldn't imagine how that's done and how you would insert that into a script. I cannot wait to read it. If you have a chance to order the book, signed, unsigned, what have you, order it. If you're a script writer, or if you want to work in theatre with extreme special effects, or if you're a director, it should have some really good notes in there. It's a good show to sit and study and read through. Honestly, the programme itself is £4 at the theatre. The script book was £8 at the theatre. However, they only sold it after the shows because they didn't want people to buy them and spoil it for themselves, which is fair enough. However, if you're going to buy a script book, you know, that's down to you if you're going to sit and read it. Some of the effects in there were phenomenal. I've not seen theatre like it, and to me that's how theatre should be. It should be an experience. It should be an all-round sensory cinematic experience. You should feel like you were in there. I was laughing more than I was screaming though. I don't know if it's because I've watched the film one too many times, you know. I knew where all the scares were coming from, and I knew what was coming up next, and I knew when the jokes were coming up next, which kind of made the jokes even better because I was laughing before it came. I remember watching Ghost Stories in the cinema for the first time, and whether the jokes made the entire audience in the cinema laugh so much. It was great. So it's not just a horror show. It's not a comedy show, but it's funny. It lightens up, you know, the eeriness and the scenery, so to speak. Like you know. It isn't just constant fear, terror, jump scare, you know. It does give the audience some, you know, sense of rest. It's marketed at 15 plus. I don't know if it's just me being hard or what, but like, I wouldn't say 15 plus. Maybe if you're a nervous disposition, yes, because, you know, there's a lot of jump scares on that, and, you know, there's a lot of, you know, moments in the play that could really make your heart go, and can make you feel really, really stressed, and feel really anxious and quite terrified. But yeah, the show itself, I wouldn't say 15 plus. Maybe there's a bit of swearing here and there, but there's nothing in it that's horrific, I would say. But I don't know if it's just me being hardy or what have you. I only screamed right at the end, and if you go and see the show, you'll know why. There was one big jump scare right at the end, and even though I was expecting it, I kind of didn't see it at the same time. I was just like, I was ready for it, but I didn't know when it was coming. So it was just like, oh wow, okay, that was one big jump scare right at the end. I don't know if this is spoiling it for anyone, but I'm not exactly saying what happens, so, okay, it's 50-50. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just incredible. Go and watch it. I hope it tours. It's a fabulous show. I think you wouldn't want to miss it. That's all. Sorry, I'm just a bit distracted by my mum watching videos. My mum's watching pug videos! I can hear it! This is going to be on the video.